The situation at hand is I have a friend, and she was kind of a distant friend. She doesn't even live here. She lives like an hour away. This isn't somebody I would hang out regularly with. This isn't somebody that I would go shopping with. But it is somebody I have had dinner with in the past with other people, like a group of people. We would get together and go to dinner, and it was a lot of fun. But that was pre-COVID. After COVID, we didn't talk much. And it wasn't like we grew apart or anything like that. It was just that, lives got busy. I didn't feel comfortable going to restaurants anymore and eating out, but I also changed my whole lifestyle. So I don't eat out anymore. I eat totally differently. She still enjoys eating out with people, and she gets together regularly with people and eat out. I do not. So that kind of put like a wedge or division between what we enjoy doing together with the group of people and what we each do separately now. She is a very free spirit. She's very outgoing. I'm more of a homebody, and I'm more introverted. I noticed a change in my friend about 6 months ago, and she became increasingly demanding of my time. I can't always be there in person because she is an hour away. One day, she actually invited herself and somebody else over, but she didn't have a way to get here. They could have Ubered because her friend Ubers everywhere, but they didn't. They called me and wanted transportation for me to go there, pick them up, bring them back here. That's 2 hours. Going there is an hour, coming back is an hour. And then to do it again when I brought them home. That's 4 hours of driving. And in addition, she wanted me to make all the food. You would think I would be flattered that somebody wanted me to cook. Okay? Let me just put that out there. I mean, I'm not a terrible cook, but I don't cook like I used to cook because now I don't eat like I used to eat. I don't eat the things that she wanted me to cook. While she was visiting with her friend, and I hadn't seen that person in a few years, at least before COVID probably. So it had been a while before I saw that person. And when they came over, of course, we all sat together at a table. And she actually said something very rude to me. Doesn't matter what she said. She just was very rude and blunt. We don't see eye to eye on everything. I'm sure you've had disagreements with your friends. This was no different. But then, as the months have gone by now, she's getting increasingly more demanding again. And I think it wanes. It comes and goes when other people aren't hanging around her so much. And then she thinks of me. I don't go into friendships or relationships with that mindset that I'm going to humiliate, antagonize, be rude to my friend. Now, I know in life not everybody is going to be kind, not everybody is caring, not everybody is nice, not everybody is compassionate. But we can choose our friends. And I think people forget that. We are not whipping posts. We're not punching bags. We can choose our friends. We have free will to do that. So just recently I had plans, and it was a weekend. I realized when I did check my phone, my friend had called a lot. And I thought, what the heck is going on? So I wasn't worried, but I was like, okay, I really should see what she wants. And then I saw that she had company, and they had texted me multiple times too. So it wasn't just her calling, it was this person texting me, and I didn't feel comfortable with that. So I replied to the text. I didn't call her. I just replied to the text and said, hey, look, I'm not feeling well. I'm in bed laying down. But then I found out after the reason she blew up my phone like that was because she wanted to borrow some makeup from me. Mind you, she's an hour away. I don't share my makeup with people. It's not advised to do that. And instead of just going around the corner from her house, which is an hour from me, and going to the pharmacy or going to the Walmart near her or going to the grocery store or anywhere for that matter to buy this. She called me, blew up my phone, and then had other people texting me about it. And that right there is kind of like the point of the video. Well, actually, it is the point of the video. Let me get that clear. So what my advice is, because I know I can't possibly be the only person that has ever gone through this. People have unrealistic expectations of their friends and relationships. So if you're dating somebody or you're a friend with somebody and they do this, it's not okay. We all have our own lives. It feels suffocating. It feels intrusive. It feels overbearing. It feels imposing. That's what it feels like to be on the other end of this nonsense. And this is somebody who's raised 4 kids. She's clearly capable of getting herself to the store to get whatever she needed without calling me. But the fact is, she's been doing this a lot lately. And I don't want to be that friend that isn't there for an emotional crutch when somebody needs one. When they're having a bad day, yeah, I'm that friend. If you want to invite me over for some tea, I'm that friend. I can't eat the cheesecake, but I can definitely drink the chamomile. But I'm not going to be that friend who jumps in my car, drives an hour because you have a pimple. And nobody should. So when people have expectations of us this way and treat us like we're at their beck and call and treat us like we're disposable, it's time to step back and reevaluate. Is this still worth somebody to be friends with, knowing that this is how they're going to treat you? Of course, I'm not going to cut my friend off. I don't do that. I would probably just limit the time I spend with her going forward and limit the phone calls with her. I won't be answering her calls every time she calls. I'll let it go to voicemail. And you know, I was thinking about this. When I worked in corporate America, there were some very needy clients, and I had to handle them the same way. I didn't always answer their phone call. If it's your job to get things done and somebody keeps blowing up your phone, you're not going to answer it, you know? And that's how I feel about this. I am not a doormat. So the message is, if somebody is treating you that way, whether it's a relationship or whether it is a friendship, you don't have to put up with it. And if you think that, well, if I don't put up with it, they won't be my friend, then maybe it's time for a new friend. I hope this helps somebody out there. It helped me to talk about it. Thank you so much for listening today. Take care.